In this video, I want to go over the 8 ways how you can get funding to purchase your first assisted living facility. Because I honestly feel one of the hardest things to get started in the assisted living facility industry is acquiring the home. And we get this question asked a lot is, you know what are ways for me to get funding so I can purchase a home to open up assisted living facility? If we haven't met already, my name is James Ramos. My family and I have been running and operating assisted living facilities for over 40 years. So if you're looking to open up your first assisted living home and you have questions, make sure to book a free consultation at startmyalf.com. That's startmyalf.com. So let me go ahead and dive right into it. The first way to get funding to open up your first assisted living home is through friends and family. So you probably have a rich uncle, a rich mom and dad, or somebody in your family circle that has some money and is just sitting in a bank. So I suggest to give them your business plan and your proposal and get them to buy in on your vision and get a loan from a family or a friend. Because this is going to be the cheapest loan that you're going to get, because a family and friend may just lend you money with 0 interest or very, very low interest. And this doesn't mean that that family member or friend has to front you all the money. This could be numerous family members or numerous friends, and in combination, you could come up with the money you need to buy your first assisted living home. So that's the first place that I would start. The second option is not going to be the most desirable option because the interest rates are going to be a lot higher, is to get a hard money loan. So you can Google hard money lenders. For some hard money lenders, it's very minimal on what you need to submit. They may want to see pay stubs or even a W-2, and from there, they'll lend you the money that you are asking for. But keep in mind that hard money lenders charge a very high interest rate. So I would stay away from the hard money lenders unless it's your last option, but a hard money is an option as well. The third option is a traditional mortgage loan. So obviously when you're getting a traditional mortgage loan, you have to show all your statements and they're going to require a lot of information and paperwork from you. So if you have all the supporting documents, maybe you've been working at your job for 5+ years or even longer, you have a consistent paycheck, you've been filing your taxes on time, this may be a route as well on getting a traditional loan. The fourth option, and you will get taxed with this as well, is pulling money out of your 401k. So you may have tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands in your 401k, but just keep it in mind, obviously you're gonna have to pay interest and things of that nature when you're pulling money out early out of your 401k, but it may be an option, and you can talk to your tax accountant. There may be options as well. If you want to buy a property using the 401k money, you may be able to save money as well on taxes. But again, make sure to talk to your tax accountant. So the fifth option is to do a 1031 taxes change. So if you already have an existing property, you can sell the property, pull the money out without any tax implications, and then use that money to open up your first assisted living facility. A 1031 taxes change is a good way to cash out on a property and move that money into a higher producing asset without necessarily getting taxed. The sixth option, it may not be the most desirable, but it's a way in to get your first assisted living home, which is to sell your existing home. So for example, when my wife was growing up, when she was a little girl, and her mom was building up her empire and her businesses in her assisted living homes, they would actually live inside the assisted living home. But she was really smart because she actually had a second story where they lived, and the first story, they were running it as an assisted living home. And this may not be the most desirable option, but sometimes you're gonna have to make sacrifices. And on the flip side, if you don't have any kids, this is gonna be the most ideal because you can arbitrage your rent because you're gonna be living upstairs while you're running an assisted living facility downstairs to pay for your mortgage. So the seventh option, and some of you guys don't wanna hear this, is to sell liability. Maybe you have a car in the garage that's sitting there that's worth $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Maybe you have watches and things of that nature that you can sell to have the funds to actually open up your first assisted living facility. And again, sometimes you're gonna have to take sacrifices and sell things now and just rebuy it later when you open up your facility. So the seventh option is to sell things like liabilities to come up with the money to open up your first assisted living facility. And the eighth and final option is syndication, meaning that you're going to get a group of investors, maybe they're silent investors, to fund your project. And once the project is running and it's profitable, they're going to get a piece of the profit along with the payback that you borrowed from them. So a syndication is another great way to get started. So if you want to dive in deeper and you have questions on opening up your first assisted living home, make sure you book a free consultation at startmyalf.com. That's startmyalf.com. Other than that, have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.